Hey guys, Krang here. So, want to do another Mundi video. This one looking at my two runs from last time that were both successful, that both used the strategy that I talked about in the first video. The link is in the description below to take a look at that video. It really goes over in depth kind of the why and the basics of the team and a lot of really good stuff that I think everybody should be familiar with. So if it's been a while or if you've never seen it, highly recommend you check that out. So this video, we're going to look at my last two runs that I thought were pretty good, especially in terms of carrying out the strategy. And I'm going to just walk through those and talk about the decisions that I made, a few questionable ones. But the biggest key you'll see is that a lot of the crisis points where somebody's always about to die or you really have to use a, a heal or something in a way you don't want. The CA mods, the crit avoid 6-dot CA mods give you so much more ability to take damage. It's more ability than you can get with health or with protection, and the key is with those trample and with the burning, you are losing max health, you are losing max protection all over the place. These mods reduce the amount of crits you're getting, which lets your guys just stay alive so much longer and really just have a lot more options. So these runs feel very clean, they feel very comfortable, and really the biggest difference is the CA mods. The other big thing you'll see is patience, right? Because the problem is you've got a heal, you've got 2 cleanses on the team, and those are great to have in the bank if you use them, and then the next turn things go south, you can't reuse them, right? So being able to hedge your bets and keep those in your back pocket for when things get bad is really important, right? As much as it is, nope, got to keep everybody alive. They can do so many bad things so rapidly before your next turn that it's really good to have those in your back pocket. Okay, so let's take a look, and we'll just walk through the 2 runs and hope it helps. Okay, so you know the drill. Going in, Shakti is lead. I really wish they would default that. I'm terrified of accidentally going in with 5 as lead sometimes. Though I wonder if anybody's tried it. Probably doesn't work. Okay. So this is the normal opening. We start out lots of trample, double B2s, buff immunity on everybody. Hit form up, right? No, do not hit form up. Save that form up. This is going to be a grind, and there's so much debuffing coming. The buff immunity really isn't doing too many bad things, especially early. We've got a target lock there. Go ahead, always remove the trample from Shock so she can gain turn meter, and then work to get the removal from 5s next. Remember, you do not want trample on 5s when he sacrifices. Every time, every stack of trample he has is bad. Again, you want Rex to die quickly, so this is actually really good. So we're going to remove the trample from 5s. You notice I did the shock cleanse earlier. The shock cleanse is, we've still got the Rex cleanse, and I'm not sure how effective it was, but holding Rex is the most important. So look at 5s, we've got no trample, and we just sacrificed. Look at the buffs. Everybody back to full health, full protection with the 5s bonuses. That's why you want 5s to sacrifice with no trample. We are in a tremendously good state, and now we form up. Burning cannot hurt us. We've all got tenacity up, and that's really the key. You want that tenacity up from Rex to stick. So wait till the B2 droids are done to do it. Lots of options here with Shock. We keep in mind here, we are trying to now wait out Django to be able to, we are not putting attacks on the Reek. If you look, Rex is doing great in terms of his trample stacks. He's going to be able to execute with no problem. And we are going to just do that here. Look how tanky the guys are. They're just not taking much damage at all. We've got the heal here still with Shock, but we're going to keep using her basic. Nobody's in particularly dire straits, and we need to just take Django out as quickly as possible, and boom, he's dead. And this is as good a shape as you can be in for the end game here. You can kind of just remove stacks of trample as you want. We're getting the nice assist from the turret. It's best to, after Django is dead, you can remove the trample from Echo, so he's going to start assisting on basics, which is just really huge. Always want to keep using his gun. Look at that, doing great damage on the assist there from Rex, assist there from Arc, and this is over. Yeah, but if you can remove that trample from Echo right after Django dies, he's doing good work. This is really easy run and a pretty rough opening, right? But we stoned the burning with the tenacity up, so that couldn't hit us, and we got the Rex to sacrifice fives very early with no trample, and that's just really makes such a huge difference for the health and protection coming up. Okay, so here's Shakti again as lead. This run has one of the best openings I've ever seen, and you can still get in trouble, but it's just a ridiculously easy opening, but you then have to wait out for Django. So let's just look at this real quick. So Reek attacks Django, and if you notice, my clones are still kind of all clones here. Boy, they're assisting. It's amazing when they can still do their assists. They're countering. This is kind of the clone team that just one move, not from Reek to trample is the first, and boy, you can just take these B2s out so rapidly. Since nobody's got trample, you can use Shock's mass assist here to take out that last B2. I like keeping Arc in stealth when possible, because if Arc is in stealth, he can't be targeted, and Arc and Echo staying alive is the #1 goal here. I think form up is safe to use here. It's really about trying to time it with when Django uses burning. It's better to resist the burning, but if you you can also use it to prevent the burning, right? So it's kind of like the closer you get to the end game, you can use it to, as preventative as opposed to reactive, and that's definitely exactly what's going to happen here. So we're just burning attacks on Django. I can't damage him, right? Django has almost no damage right now. Now we've got 2 trample stacks on one guy, so we can start to do damage. But what we don't want to do here is sit here and buff the Reek. Right, that is your failure mode. Do not just sit there and buff the Reek. I have 2 tramples on 5s. That's not great. That's going to hurt the end game. So it's a little bit awkward here. You can't stall for too long, but really I'm trying to figure out if I should use this heal. But because 5s is ready to sacrifice it, it's not going to be losing a guy, right? Sometimes you might want to heal 5s to keep him from being focused down on. So in the end, just went ahead and use basic, continue the stall. And here I'm using the form up, starting to get some turret assists. Big hit, got the 5 sacrifice. It sucks because I was going to remove his stacks of trample right there, so we didn't get the full bonus. You can see the difference from the previous run. 2 stacks of trample, only getting 30% of the protection boost. And you know, really that's just this huge little key, is how well 5s boosts you. Has a lot to do with how much trample he has when he sacrifices. So here we are, we're still stuck behind Django, and trying not to hit the Reek, but our HP pools are pretty good, so we're just going to keep being patient. Big hits, which are Echo and Arc specials, can still go on the Reek. We don't want to completely ignore him. We just don't want to be wasting a ton of attacks that are doing very little damage, namely the basics of Shock, basics of Rex. Starting to get a little work here now on Django, and this is just a lot of patience. This run is taking much longer than the other one. And finally, can get the Rexecute in, and look at that. His damage immunity is off. He loses his stacks of trample, right? So now everybody but Shock can do immediate damage to him. And that is mega helpful. Still using Shock's basic. Love those AoE grenades, and Django's going to be dead here soon. And everybody's in pretty good shape here. We don't have any protection left because of the stacks of trample. Everybody's got way too much trample, but we're going to do our little trick. We're going to take Echo, and look, he's got trample again. Oh well, at least he got his protection back. But this is a great state. Now here's where the crit avoid mods shine, right? It's this in-game with Reek. We have not buffed Reek, and he is trying to do damage, but these skill shots are not killing people because they are not critting, and we have the nice pools. And so just getting to this in-game where his offense and his speed have not been buffed by wasted attacks, and he is not getting able to get the crits on his attacks because you've got crit avoid mods on everybody, just keeping everybody alive really effectively here in the end game. And he could have taken out Arc there. That was a mistake. And we can just see easily bring all his protection back by removing his trample. That's an easy win. All right, guys, hope this helps. You know, I don't think we can expect 100% success rates, right? But I think modding, strat, understanding the events, getting a feel and a flow for the event so that you're comfortable with every ability being used. Because, you know, there's some weird decision points you have to reach, and trying to make those decisions correctly where you're comfortable and you don't have to like overthink for 10 minutes is really good. Wish you all luck. I think probably with these mods and these strats, something like a 75% win rate is definitely possible and something we should really work towards. So good luck. Let me know how it goes, and hope you all have a great weekend. Stay safe, be well, and be excellent to each other. Krang out.